Don't do Mars. I know y'all be like, I wear so many hats because I work outside some or most of the day. Feel like I know y'all be like, do we even got hair? I got hair, bro. I got hair. You know, want to hear a tip? Take care of your hair, bro. Tear tip right here. Take care of your hair. You know, get you some saw palmetto. Wash your hair. Wash your beard. Your beard, one of the most nastiest things. Wash your phone too, and make sure you just keep putting the right stuff in your hair. Keep it moisturized. If you don't stimulate the hair follicles, they won't grow. So you got to take care of your hair, man. Don't always wear the do-rag or the hat if you can help it. Let the sun get in there, get them aminos. You know, when you wash your haircut come out better too. People want to argue me that all the time, like you just dirty. Wash your hair before you get your hair cut. Trust me. Once you wash your hair, even if you cut your own hair, wash your hair first, dry it. You know what I'm saying? Put a little leave-in conditioner in your shit, your beard too. Trust me, you're going to thank me later. It makes your beard come out darker and retain more moisturizer. But once you do that, watch how the blades cut through your hair. So much different. All that oil y'all put in your hair, the barbers hate it. All that smuck y'all put in there, it don't let the clippers cut the way they supposed to cut. So just free game. I know the barbers won't say it, but I'm going to say it for them. Because they tell me, I had a barber that charged a motherfucking extra for them not washing their hair, especially if it was nasty, extra dub. And you already know the cut like 60 now. I don't know what y'all paying, but like 60 now. But nonetheless, don't do Mars. I was always thinking about this video. I'm going to put the tweet on the screen. He said something interesting. And this is my exact thought about the situation with Cade. When it looked like he coming back, obviously he ain't in the MVP race no more. That's unfortunate. Or it's coming to the day where he can't be in it. But he said what I'm saying. You know, Cade, you know, going down might end up being beneficial if he come back healthy. He get to rest his legs and then get enough time to get his win together. Maybe get a couple games left in the season. But then let other people get into a rhythm. Think about it. Let me stop myself there. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. But the thing about it is Isaiah Stewart, he got suspended. That let him rest his legs. I know he had the calf strain injury. Jalen Duren got to rest his legs off the suspension. So now you're in a situation where Cade can rest down the stretch. And now, you know, he can get his legs. But you know, that's going to allow him just to, you know, get a reset. It was a lot that was on his shoulders this season, and he was carrying the Pistons. You know what I mean? But it also let Kevin Huerter find himself. It also let Dennis Jenkins find his rhythm. And I think people was expecting too much out of Dennis Jenkins. He got his money. When y'all get paid, y'all taxes hit, y'all get paid, y'all start calling off for work all the time. My whole thing was if he show up when it's beneficial, when he show up when it matters. And right now it matters. And in the playoffs, if he show up, it matters, bro. Y'all got to understand there's going to be highs and lows. You know, some people can hide their lows better. That's why you get guys like Cade, Shea, Anthony Edwards, Victor Wembanyama. They can hide those low nights. You know, they can hide those nights. So, this motherfucker with this loud ass car. But yeah, they can hide those nights, but now you seeing everybody be able to find a rhythm. And I was hoping, you know, I figured Dennis Jenkins, I figured he would be okay. He got that money, you know, probably celebrated, probably needed a break mentally. Because when you stressing over, I'm going to get paid or not, you need that break. Then, you know, people thought the chip off his shoulder disappeared and it didn't. But then you transition and you talk about, you hope Karis LeVert. You hope Karis LeVert can come or Karis or Kevin Huerter can find they stride with them. And then, thank God, Kevin Huerter starting to find his rhythm. You know, so then you got Huerter finding his rhythm. You got Dennis Jenkins following his rhythm. You got Asar Thompson paying with a little bit more stuff. And then, guess what? We going to ride the big fella now. Not a big fella getting more confidence and being a primary option with Dennis Jenkins. So you got the big fella. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you just like, okay, we put Cade back in there. We got Huerter playing well. You know, Duncan Robinson been doing what he doing all year. Jalen Duren been doing all year. He stepping it up extra. Stu been balling all year. He come back healthy with fresh legs. So, you know, for the most part, you got Jenkins, you got Herter, you got Stu off the bench, you got Rod Hollins, who been a defensive pit bull, Sar Thompson, who been a defensive pit bull. You got Unk just treading water into Tobias here. So it's not, you know, Cade can just come back, you know, and I think you're going to start to see some lineup differences. I think you're going to start to see some lineup differences. I think you're going to start seeing people finish the game different. I think they can buy Cade more time now. But, you know, but yeah, I believe in what this tweet was saying. I was thinking this exact same thing, bro. I was thinking this exact same thing that he was saying, bro. The exact same thing. But, you know, in order for this to be a reality, Cade just got to be 100% healthy. You know, going in that playoff series. So, but ain't nobody in the East really scare you. You know, you hear Harden do this every year. Harden be great in the regular season, and now he's older and great. Oh, he better than D Wade. We just like, man, did we forget, man, what D Wade did in that finals when they beat Dallas? Before LeBron, man, D Wade was the best player in the league. I don't care what nobody say. Dwayne Wade was one of the best finals performances. I know the rest was a little bit, you know, favoring them. I think with that 0-2. Dwayne Wade was the best hooper in the league, bro. So that's when people say, well, Dwayne was never bullshit. That at that time in that finals, Dwayne Wade was by far the best player in the league. It was a gap between him and was it Kobe, LeBron. Dwayne was that guy. No knock to Harden. I got a few pair of shoes. I like James Harden. But Harden got to stamp himself in the playoffs, you know, and, you know, and that's really the question there. And it ain't even about him. This for Cleveland, Harden got to stamp himself. But the problem with Cleveland is this. They have to play through Evan Mobley. You know what I'm saying? Evan Mobley is the key to Cleveland's success. Until Evan Mobley demand the basketball and tell them this is my shit, you ain't gonna win. You win a championship with it being Donovan Mitchell team. I tell you that right now. The shit gotta be Evan Mobley team. And then the Knicks, you know, they got a good ball club. So this will probably be the first time in a long time they going into the playoffs healthy and energized. You know, are some of that Mikal Bridges not playing well? I ain't really worried about that, bro. When them lights come on, I expect them to be professionals, right? Orlando could be making a run for Giannis. Still a good rumor on the street. Sheesh, who else we got? I think Toronto, they gonna be a player in the game probably next couple years. I think Atlanta gonna be in the player game next couple years. I think the Wizards will be a wild card. I think the Hornets here. But you don't fear the Hornets until LaMelo Ball gets serious, bro. He is the most. I think the Warriors, even though they took James Wiseman, they were justified not taking LaMelo Ball. He's just not serious. He is not a serious basketball player. Like, once LaMelo lock in, I think it's gonna be a wrap. When I watch him play, he just don't play serious, in my opinion. Apparently, he don't drive serious, but it's gonna be interesting to see, man. I think the Eastern Conference is stronger than people think. I think the Western Conference got grandfathered in names, LeBron and Jokic and Kevin Durant. Like, man, look here, man. It's San Antonio, OKC, San Antonio, Denver. Outside of that, unless some injuries happen, none of the rest of the motherfuckers got a chance. Not Phoenix, not the Lakers, not the Rockets. None of them got a chance. I could be forgetting the team. Oh, the Minnesota. I don't even think Minnesota's and I love Anthony Edwards. They're in the same category as Houston. They're in the same category as the Lakers. No, they don't have enough to get the job done. So a couple people got to get knocked off for the Minnesota Timberwolves to have a chance. And I love Anthony Edwards. You know, they just don't have enough. It's a 3-team race out west, and it's a 3-team race out east. Simple as that. It's Detroit, Knicks, Boston. Who's an honorable mention? Am I forgetting somebody? If I had an honorable mention, probably be Toronto. I just think they need a little bit more experience. And then you go out. I watch. That's what it is. If I had an honorable mention, it's because the Lakers, because they want them to win. But hey, appreciate y'all. Man, check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist for more videos like this. Hit the link tree in the description and say find me everywhere. That's the link tree, X, Facebook, Instagram. You need to reach out. If I could be any help or use, let me know. Peace.